Hi everybody. We have got football on tap tonight. And what are we going to open? A Leaf autograph football jersey that's a special Summit edition. Then we're going to open a little more Leaf metal draft football. It's the back part of a case we started on Friday when that came out. Then we'll open a little flawless football, which is the back half of a case that we started last week as well. And finally, then we will wrap up tonight with the back part of some elite draft picks that we started over the weekend. So before we get started ripping packs, there is a little information to go over, so let's start with that right now. First up there, you'll see that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So what that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will get it back immediately. No waiting for me to get caught up or anything else. Then the second and most important thing you see there is to say thank you. I appreciate everyone who bids with me, breaks with me. Many of you chat with me, keep me company, keep me updated on scores. So thanks to everybody who stops by and joins the break. Following that, we'll take a quick scroll here through the listings that are coming up for the next 5 days. These are things that are already listed on eBay, available to bid right now. And I do list new things most every night, and generally auctions run for a 5-day period. So tomorrow night we'll do an autographed helmet, some 1-box breaks, and a full 12-box inner case of Diamond Kings baseball, which comes out tomorrow. Thursday we've got some more autographed memorabilia, some prime signatures football in a half case break, and a half case of optic basketball. On Friday, a little more memorabilia, some 1-box breaks, and a half case of Gypsy Queen baseball. That'll be the start of the last case that we have. So it'll be the start of a new case, and that case is the last case. On Saturday, a little more memorabilia 1-box stuff, another 12-box case of Diamond Kings baseball. Then on Sunday, we will start a new case of metal draft football. We'll do a half case of 2013 Crown Royal football and a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football. So that's what the days ahead look like for tonight. A couple of things to note. The first one is our jersey, of course, has completely free shipping. Anytime an item has completely free shipping, it's going to go out either 6 or 7 days after the auction ends on average. So expect your football jersey to ship out about Monday of the upcoming week, the 16th. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Leaf Metal Draft, Flawless Football, and Elite Draft Picks. I'm anticipating to ship on Saturday. I know that's a little longer than it normally takes for me to get stuff out, but this has been a crazy week, guys. Lots of meetings and appointments and stuff, and I feel like if I can get it to you sooner, I absolutely will, but I feel like Saturday is probably our safest bet. Finally, if you pull nothing at all in the break, in whatever break you're in, you're still entitled to a consolation trading card for your team. It can be from any year or any series. If it's the football jersey break, it would normally ship with your next hit, the consolation card. Can ship sooner if you want it to. You just need to send me a message in eBay and let me know. For our other 3 breaks, Metal Draft, Flawless, and Elite Draft Picks, because those are paid shipping breaks, your consolation will go out at the same time the rest of the break ships if you happen to not hit anything. So now we're ready to get rolling with tonight. This is a 2018 Leaf Autograph Football Jersey Summit Edition. And this is break number 1. It ended tonight, April the 10th. Everything we're going to break tonight ended on eBay tonight, April the 10th. Any team that you see that says no bids buyback, like the Cardinals says right there, that just means that team did not get a bid. So if it were to come out for that team, it would hang out here with me. Otherwise, it will go to one of you guys, hopefully. And of course, a spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in the jersey break, if you're in one of these other breaks, you're going to get a chance to see your name up on the screen when we get to your break. And the final thing is I adjusted the focus there. I know it looks like it's out of focus because the background is out of focus, but we're going to be able to see everything, so no worries. And let me show you. See that little sticker right there that says Industry Summit? That's how we know that this is not a regular Leaf football jersey, because most of the others, you know, they They say 2017 on the box. It looks like the 2017 jerseys, except for that little sticker that says Leaf 2018 Summit Edition. So that's the deal. Staying Lover is saying, nameth, 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 nameth. And he didn't want to miss a chance to put his mojo out there for Flawless. I know this is the last of the Flawless, too. We got to find your Joe Namath, don't we? All right, our jersey is Will Shields. Little Hall of Fame action there. And, of course, I've got the the card sliding around on me. So there, of course, you can see the signature. There is the Leaf authentication sticker. And there's also a little credit card sized authentication in there as well. So James Shields, or Will Shields. Why did I say James Shields? Will Shields is our autographed football jersey tonight out of the Leaf Summit Edition. See, I told you, we go through these pretty quickly. There's nothing tonight takes a terribly long time. Probably Elite Draft Picks is the longest, but most of these we rock right on through them. So next up, of course, we are going to be opening the Metal Draft Football. And if you are in that break and you didn't see this a moment ago, please take a minute to review your anticipated shipping information there on the screen, as well as the info about the consolation cards. This is 5 boxes of 2018 Leaf Metal Draft Football. It's a third of the case. It's the last of the case that we started last week. And, of course, like everything else, ended tonight on eBay. And we had several things in here that didn't sell. Those, again, all designated as no bids buyback. Anything that did sell, of course, you see your user ID across from your name. Or the first letter of the name you bought. Yeah, that didn't come out right, did it? So basically what it means is this. I'm sure most of you, or all of you hopefully, know how this works and or read the description. But this particular break, and Elite Draft Picks, which will be coming up in a few minutes, those spots were sold by the first letter of the last name. So, you know, if we pull Baker Mayfield, that would go to bidding position M. If we pulled Josh Rosen, that would go to R, and so on and so forth. And of course, you know, the new case of Leaf Draft, which we will start on Sunday. Why can't I not get the plastic off there? I'm going to do the first part of it as a third of a case, like we did these as 5-box breaks. But I might do the next break as a 10-box break and do like a third of a case and then 2/3 of a case. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm considering doing that anyway. Because I really, you know, if they didn't make these weird case sizes of 15 boxes, I mean, why couldn't they have just put one more in there, made it 16, and then we could have done nice 8-box half-case breaks, but what are you going to do? Toby says, I have to pull one. He says, you have to pull one for me. Toby, who do you have in here? Tell me who you've got. Staying Lover, meanwhile, has T's and V's, he says. And if you happen to be watching live and you cannot see chat, there's a couple of things I can tell you about that. The first one is you need to be logged into YouTube to see and participate in chat, so I am told. And then the second part of that is if you happen to be watching on a mobile device, a tablet or a phone, you need to click on the little link that says view the desktop version. And once those two things happen, you should easily be able to jump into chat. And of course, everything in Leaf is on-card signatures. I don't think Leaf has anything ever that's sticker autos, not that I ever remember anyway. And they also, very handily, have them already in sleeves and top loaders. So they usually are in very nice condition as well. You know, grade well if you want to get them graded and that sort of thing. All right, we are ready to rock and roll here. First out, we have Equanimous St. Brown. And, boy, that's a good question. I guess, well, Brown is, looks like they're two different names, so we're going to go with the B for Brown on that, I guess. Sometimes, you know, if it's all together as one name, that would be one thing, but that seems to be two separate names. Carlton Davis goes to the D bidding position. Hey, there is your there is your Vida, you know, and that's who I was thinking at some point we would pull out of the V's, and I personally think that's a pretty nice little hit. It's numbered to 10. I mean, I know he's a defensive player. Not everybody likes to collect the defensive players, but I think he's going to be drafted reasonably early. Hayden Hurst for the H, numbered to 3. Oh, look at that. Look at that indeed. Sony Michel, 1 of 1. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Whoever has the M, you just scored on that. Durham Smythe for the S. Marcus, what is that? Bow? Marcus, we'll go with Bow. Marcus Bow for the B. Denzel Ward for the W to 35. A redemption here for, who is this? Dion Kane. So that will go to the C. Nick Chubb, there's another nice hit on the award winner insert, numbered to 15 for the C. Royce Freeman to 25 for the F. Cedric Wilson for the W's. Maurice Hurst for the 20, numbered to 20, not for the 20s, numbered to 20 for the H. We'll get it right in a minute. There is James Washington for the W on a redemption. Christian Kirk for the K's to 20. An armed and dangerous Quentin Flowers for the F to 15. Auden Tate, T. Ralph Webb for the W's to 10. Well, there's more redemptions than normal in here. This is Mark Andrews for the A. There is Josh Rosen, armed and dangerous. R, nice hit for the R's with the Josh Rosen. Josh Adams to 35. A State Pride, Jake Weineke, I don't know, to 25. Then we have Jamon Moore to 7. Another State Pride, this one DJ Chark, numbered to 5. Very low number on that. And then an award winner, Roquan Smith to 3, which is also a nice little hit. All right, so we'll recap these. I'm just trying to get them reseated a little bit. They tend to want to slide to the top after they've traveled around in their boxes and cases. So this is just a quick little blow through again in case someone missed it earlier or you're watching the tape delay, or the, why do I say tape delay? It's really just the recorded version, the uploaded version. You're scrolling to the end. Josh Rosen, nice. Ralph Webb. So all in all, we hit some really nice stuff out of this case. I really am leaning a lot towards doing a 5 and then a 10 box break. Obviously, the first one's already listed for the new case. That's the 5 box break. That'll be Sunday. But thinking behind that, we may just do the remaining 10 as one break. Nice Nick Chubb. And I did check today about the Leaf Trinity baseball. You know, we were going to get some more of that. Man, the place I knew that had it raised the price again from Friday to Monday. Now it's like crazy expensive, so I did not get it. Here is a beautiful little Sony Michel, 1 of 1. That is a nice, nice hit for the M's. Sony Michel is going to be, well, we all think Sony Michel is going to be pretty good, I believe. an Equanimous St. Brown. To the B's for Brown. Okay, that has Leaf Metal Draft all finished up, which is going to put us into Flawless Football coming up. Let me get our spreadsheet set back up here. And we'll take a little look at some Flawless. So once again, if you're in this break, please take a moment to review the information there on the screen in regard to your anticipated shipping date. And as well, if you don't pull something, you're entitled to a consolation card, etc. More information about that is also in the listing description. So this is one box or suitcase of 2017 Flawless Football. That is a half case. It's break number 4. It is the last of the Flawless that I have on hand. Like everything else, it ended tonight, April the 10th. And now's the time to get your mojo working, because you can pull some nice stuff out of Flawless. And of course, we'll have 3 cards in there that will be encased, you know, in magnetic one-touch cases right off the bat. And then there's another little box of cards in there as well. Out of our encased cards, 2 of them will be gemstone cards. They'll have a little piece of whatever it may be. It can be a diamond, an emerald, a ruby, a sapphire. I think it can be all kinds of different things, but Sang Lover is looking for Joe Namath and Joe Flacco. He is all about the Joes. Our jersey was, oh, good grief. Our jersey was Will, who was it? What is his last name? I got to get up and look again. I've already forgotten. That is so awful. Will Shields. Will Shields was the jersey hit. I know, I tell you guys, I forget that stuff all the time. All right. Come on out of there, Flawless. And here's our little box of cards. Look at that. There's no, usually, you know what? There's usually little keys in here that go to the briefcase. There's no, oh, there they are. They were stuck to the top of the thing. And sometimes there's a little card in there, too, that talks about the precious stones, but they are not, I don't see that little card in here this time, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Let me get some sleeves out on the table here, and then we will start looking at Flawless. Happy Flawless. Oh, that is a nice patch for the Bengals. Joe Mixon to 20, and that's probably the best looking Bengals patch I have seen really all year. I mean, that's a nice patch for the Bengals. And here we have got Brett Favre, Troy Aikman, and Steve Young. So here's how that rolls. If someone owns, the same person owns 2 of the 3 teams, they would take the card outright, because you have to own 51% or more. If no one owns 2 of the 3, then that card will go to random, and that's how we'll determine which one of those 3 teams gets it. This is numbered to 25. It is Morton Anderson. Nice little Hall of Fame signature there for the Falcons. Next up, for the Redskins, Clinton Portis to 3. Low number, nice patch. Cool hit there for the Redskins. Raiders, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode. Little Beast Mode to 5. Nice hit for the Raiders. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, it is, because it's the Nike swoosh. 1 of 1. Chris Godwin for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty flippin' sweet. And we're going to have an extra gemstone card in here, it seems, because the Vikings just hit a Dalvin Cook to 10. And, of course, we've got a little gemstone embedded in there along with our nice on-card auto. Now, our encased cards, we have 215, Matt Stafford for the Lions. For the Patriots to 15, Ty Law. And you know what? Somebody bid on the Patriots tonight who doesn't often bid on the Patriots, and he's been having pretty good luck lately. And when I saw that bid, I thought, man, he must have a feeling about the Patriots tonight. But here we go. Look at that. Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, I just made somebody's night. Kareem Hunt to 10 with our gemstone in there. On-card auto. 210 is a beautiful hit for the Kansas City Chiefs, who are now super, super happy, I would imagine. Now we've got to take a look at this card. It is numbered to 20, and the teams involved, of course, are the Cowboys, the Packers, and the 49ers. So the first thing we will do is go to the spreadsheet, see if anyone owns 2 of the 3, which would give them 51 or more % of the card. If they do, they take it outright. If they don't, we will go to random. I will enter it I usually go top to bottom or left to right. This obviously oriented top to bottom. So it would be typed in as Cowboys, Packers, 49ers. And we would hit random 3 different times. The first 2 would not count. It would only be the third and final random that would make our determination. That's if we have to go to random. So let's figure that out first. So here are the Cowboys, true 172069, our Packers, Mangoo, and our 49ers, Oak 13. So in fact, we do have 3 different team owners, so that means we are going to need to roll over here to random. And once again, teams will be entered from top to bottom on the card. So it will go in as Cowboys, Packers, 49ers. First 2 times I hit random, they don't count. So you can ignore this first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it is going to the Dallas Cowboys. So that is this card here with our 3 players on it, awarded to the Cowboys using random.org. Now, I'm sure everybody would know I would not actually write on your card, but that way we can just demonstrate it to avoid any problems. So to recap our flawless break, this triple relic here awarded to the Cowboys by way of random. Nice Dalvin Cook to 10. I mean, honestly, this could have been the encased autograph in here as well as the one that was encased. That is a very nice little hit there for the Vikings. And then our beautiful 1 of 1 Nike swoosh, Chris Godwin and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch to 5 for the Raiders. Clinton Portis to 3 for the Redskins. Morton Anderson to 25 for the Falcons. For the Bengals to 20, Joe Mixon. Beautiful little Kareem Hunt to 10 with the gemstone in there. The on-card auto encased and ready to go. Then to 15, we have Ty Law with the gemstone for the Patriots. And then finally, Matt Stafford with a sapphire gemstone for the Lions. So Flawless is locked and loaded. I do not have any more on hand. I don't know if anybody I buy from has any more or not. If they do, I might pick up a little more, but I'm not sure if they do or not. So the jury is still out on that one. Let me get our spreadsheet set up here for Elite Draft Picks, and we'll take a look at that. So once again, if you are in this break for Elite Draft Picks, please take a moment to review the information there on the screen that talks about your anticipated shipping date. I know, again, as I said earlier tonight, that is a little later than it would normally be. And if I can get it out to you sooner, I will. But I just know I've got a hectic week, and I'm not certain I can get it out sooner. So that's why we're going to stick with Saturday on that particular, on, the breaks tonight that are the paid shipping breaks. So once again, this is 8 boxes of 2018 Elite Draft Picks football. This is a half case break. It is break number 2. So we broke the first half of the case. I think it was on Saturday, back half right now. And same as we did with Leaf Metal Draft, the bidding positions are sold by the first letter of the last name. Anything you see there that says no bids buyback, well, that's fairly self-explanatory. It just means that no one loved it. No one gave it a forever home. So if it comes out there for one of those, then it'll stay here with me, join its brothers on Card Mountain, and otherwise it'll go to one of you guys. So that's kind of how that's going to work. This will have 5 autographs per box. It is Panini, so you know they always say on average. I should stack these so you can see that they're all here, I guess, before we open them. So there you can you see them all now? Yeah, there's all 8. Okay. So they're on average is their way of basically doing 2 things. One, if they mess up and short us something entirely, they're covered. But 2, sometimes they replace one of our hits with a Panini Rewards point card. And if that happens tonight, we would award the rewards point card using random.org at the end of the break. So that's how that works. And Dustin, I didn't see that a minute ago. You asked me what team is the jersey. Will Shields is a Kansas City Chief, or was a Kansas City Chief. I don't know if he played for other teams or not, but of course the jersey's also in the color of the Chiefs. But I do know he played several seasons for the Chiefs, probably at least 6 or 8 seasons for them, I think. So if he did play elsewhere, it wouldn't have been for that many seasons. Plus, it's the color of the Chiefs, so it would go to the Chiefs. Anyway, because it's clearly a Kansas City jersey. Now, we will probably find some cards in here that will end up having to go to random as well. And that's because they're going to have multiple people on them. As we come across those, I'll point them out, set them aside, and we'll divvy them up at the end of the break. Here's a little Tim Tebow, numbered 210, a little die-cut Tebow. So, Stang Lover, if you have the T's in here, do you have the T's in here? You just got a little Tim Tebow if you did. Here is Bryce Bobo. That is numbered 225. And as far as I know, everything that we see in here will be a, there's a Saquon Barkley chain reaction. Everything in here is going to be a sticker auto as far as I know. So if we run across anything that is different, we run across a an on card, I will call it out, but I don't think anything in here is on card. Anthony Averett, and that is Cracked Ice numbered 210. That's double A's. So this is an example of one I'm talking about that has multiple people on it. So of course we've got the Jim Mora, which would be the M's, and the Josh Rosen, which would be the R's. So that is going to be set aside, and we will deal with it at the end of the break, along with any other things that we find that are similarly designed. We'll use random.org to sort those out. Mark Andrews, that is numbered to what? Is it not numbered? Yeah, maybe it's not. I thought it was. Oh, it is. It's to 25. I just lost it in the pattern. It's down here in the lower left. Yeah, so it is numbered to 25. Philip Lindsay is our autograph. Passing the torch, these also will have 2 different people on them, Ricky Williams and Charles Woodson. Oh, but yay, those are both for W, so that doesn't, in fact, have to go anywhere because they're both W's. So yay. There's one we don't have to put in random anyway. Most of the time it does not work out that way, but every once in a while you get lucky. Kevin Tolliver to 99 die cut. Dalvin Dawkins is our signature. That is numbered to 75. There are a couple of photo variations, too, for most of our top players. One of them, Panini says, is a short print. I mean, you know how I feel about that. Most of the time, Panini calls something a short print. None of the rest of us would really consider to be a short print because there are so many of them, but you never know. So, Peyton Manning to 99. Here's Jamon Moore, numbered to 10. Nice low number die cut Jamon Moore there. And what is that? Primary colors. So that's just in the colors of the college that they've come from. All right, that is box 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we did get 5. For some reason, I only had 4 of them in my head. But yeah, we do have 5, so they didn't mess up on that one. I like the fact that they don't put so many packs in this product. I mean, it's still a decent number of cards, but they just put more per pack and fewer packs per box, so that makes me happy. Steve Spurrier to 10. Like, I hate it when they do those packs that have 4 or 5 cards in it, but then they'll put 20 packs in the box that you have to open. No, do it like this. Just put like 15 cards in a pack and 5 packs, and we're all happy. That is Kazir White is our autograph. Another Josh Rosen. That was a chain reaction insert. And of course, this is 1 hit per pack. I'm sure you figured that out already, but I guess I could have said that earlier too. Derrick Henry is numbered to 49. Mike White, numbered to 99. Those are back-to-back W hits. Because the last autograph we pulled out right before that was somebody or another White. There's a primary colors Mason Rudolph. That is numbered to, I think that's it. Does that say 40? Yeah, straight up 40 and not 49. Looks like it says 40. Azim Victor. There's your V, Stang Lover. Do you have the V's? You do, don't you? You got one in, you got something in both breaks, man. You got Vita in the last break, and now you have one in this break too. So you're rocking on your V's tonight. The V's don't always get as much love. Dante Pettis to 99. And then we have Adam Brenneman as our signature. And a Josh Allen insert. We're not too far from Contenders draft picks coming out. It's maybe another, I don't know, week or two, and we'll have that. Nice Lamar Jackson. That's really quite cool. What is the number on this? To 5. 3 of 5 on the Lamar Jackson. And I know all the talking heads keep saying that they don't think that Lamar Jackson is going to succeed in the pros. But you know what? I think he's going to get a shot anyway. We'll see what he does with it. Malik Jefferson for the Jays. Billy Sims and Charles White. We'll put that aside. We'll have to deal with it in random later. Because, I mean, honestly, Lamar Jackson, sure. Has he got stuff he can clean up? Yeah. But so do all of the rest of them. I mean, he's very mobile. He's He can create plays. I don't really know why they dislike him so much, the draft analysts. And then, of course, there was all that talk about trying to make him a wide receiver, and he was just like, he shut that down. He's like, no. He's like, I will not work out as a wide receiver. I am a quarterback, and that's all I'm interested in being. So, good for him, sticking to his guns. Damon Webb, numbered to 75. Of course, he's also his own agent, or his mom is, or something, a family member. College ties, Calvin Ridley, Bo Scarborough. Which, frankly, you know, why not? You're going to save yourself 10% of what, you know, you have to pay the agent 10%. And depending on where you're drafted, it's kind of a guaranteed contract anyway, isn't it? I mean, it is in the NBA, I think. Oh, I think it is in the NFL, too, if you're drafted in the early rounds anyway. To 49, DeAndre Hopkins die cut. A little Marcus Allen die cut, numbered to 25. It's a chain reaction, James Washington. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I mean, the guy won a Heisman, and then he was up for the Heisman again. I mean, under consideration for it. It's not like he's a slouch. And believe me, I'm no U of L fan, right? Because, I mean, they're up the road from where I went to school at UK, so they're our rivals. But I just think they're really cutting that kid short. That's to 25, James Washington die cut. But time will tell, I guess. Christopher Herndon to 99. Of course, I'm interested to see what Griffin does up there with the Ravens. I was a little surprised that that the Ravens picked up RG3, but they did. So we'll see what happens with that. Doesn't mean where he didn't play at all last year. You think he's going to have some work to do to get back in shape. To 25, Drew Brees. Royce Freeman to 25. But they do need somebody else in there backing up Flacco. And honestly, if they weren't saddled by that ridiculous contract, they probably would have already been moving on from Flacco, because for the money he makes, yeah, I don't think it's a good trade-off. But then again, I am a Steelers fan, so I'm probably super hard on the Ravens, but it just seems like he's paid so much, and he doesn't deliver as much as you would think for what he is paid. To 99, Cortland Sutton. Nice little hit there, parallel. Sam Hubbard to 99. And another, oh, those are both W's too. Good. Woodson and Werfel. So we don't have to send that to random either, because they are both last name W. When we finish this box, we'll be at our halfway point, because this is box 4, and of course we're doing 8 tonight, so we're close to our halfway point, but not quite there yet. There's Michael Irvin die cut to 49. Rankin is our signature. That is to 75. Martinez Rankin. A chain reaction, Calvin Ridley. A few of the talking heads are also kind of saying they think Calvin Ridley's overrated. I'm a little surprised by that too, but there is Kalen Ballage to 99. Couldn't tell if that is a B or a C. I think it's a I'm a C or a G, I mean, sorry. I guess it is a G, Ballage. Ronnie Harrison to 99. Charles White and George Rogers. That one will have to go to random. We're just going to get these last 3 packs out all at once. Royce Freeman, numbered to 49, die cut. Dimitri Flowers, numbered to 75. Another Josh Rosen insert. And another Josh Rosen. Lots of Josh Rosen. Of course, we need to find one that's signed, right? Here's a Michael Irvin to 99. We had a Michael Irvin a second ago as well. That was numbered. DJ Chark, die cut to 30. I think our little autograph stack's getting high. We'll start a new one. Maurice Mo Hurst to 49, die cut. And that will have to go in our little pile for random on that College Ties. So we are officially at the halfway point. The box we just finished was box 4. The box that is coming out of the packs right now is box 5 of 8. Connor Williams, die cut to 25. Riley Ferguson to 49. Well, couldn't quite get that in there for a moment. That happens occasionally. Sleeves do not always want to cooperate with me. Oh, Roger Staubach. That's kind of cool. Dante Pettis to 99, die cut. Harrison Phillips. Did we already pull Harrison Phillips? It seems like we did. Another College Ties, Mora and Rosen. A Tom Brady in his college uniform. Another Tim Tebow die cut tonight. This one's to 99. Dorrance Armstrong Jr. to 99. Billy Sims and Charles White. We'll head over there into our to be determined stack. Mac Brown, little head coach action, numbered to 25. Ian Thomas to 49. There's a couple of Saquon Barkleys. We've had some other just base Saquon Barkleys go by too, but I don't know. That one caught my eye because they were back-to-back, so I just thought I'd point it out. Why not, right? This is Josie Jewell. And every time I see that, it you know, it looks like the Steelers uniform, right? I mean, so every time I see it, I think Steelers, even though clearly it's college uniform, but... Box 6, plastic coming off right now. I'm kind of looking forward to getting back into 2013 Crown Royal on Sunday night too. I haven't broken that in several months, but I love to break it. I like to break Crown Royal in general, so I have a case of 2013, obviously, that one's already listed, but I also have a little case of 2011 Crown Royal, which will get listed pretty soon too. Justin Jackson to 99. Marcus Ball or Bow, whichever it is. There's a Luke Falk Elite Series. There is die cut George Rogers to 25. I can't believe that we're almost to the end of the NBA season too. That is crazy. Kaiser White. Man, his signature is tiny on that sticker, isn't it? It's like little bitty. I guess the West is the only place still fighting to get in, right? And that's the Nuggets and who? The Nuggets and somebody are fighting for the last spot, but I forget who the second team is. I think it comes down to whoever wins that game tonight, but I can't remember who the Nuggets are playing. To 49, Christian Kirk. Armani Watts. Ricky Williams and Ron Dane. Oh, it's the Timberwolves, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the Timberwolves. Brian Bosworth to 49. And really, to me, either one of them could win, and I would be fine with it. Nick Chubb. There's a nice little hip for somebody numbered to 10, no less. So the C's with a nice low number Nick Chubb to 10. Oh, Bryce, you're ready for the playoffs. I know, it seems, in one way, it seems like the NBA season has been very long this year. But in another way, it seems like it just barely got started. Trey Flowers, that's a nice one, to 49. Well, let's try and get the sleeve open here. My goodness, what in the world? Every once in a while, these die cuts, one of them gets the better of me, and I can't get it in the sleeve. And this is the same one that I did the other night. The same. Why can I not get it in there? I don't know. Something about where the die cut part of the card is makes it so hard for me to get that in there. I don't know what the deal is. I know, it's just sad. College ties. I should have remembered from the other night. Flip it around, and I can get it in from the other side. But something about that leading edge of that one particular cut, I struggle getting that thing in there. Need to get some more sleeves out. Speaking of, of course, trying to do it left-handed probably doesn't make it any easier. I mean, holding the sleeve left-handed. Obviously, I've got the card in my right hand. Jason Witten to 25. Troy Fumagalli. So if you guys are waiting on stuff from me, as I said, I am a slight bit farther behind than I am normally. I did get a lot out today, and I expect to get a lot out tomorrow. I do have one thing, but it's going to be fairly quick, I think. Not nearly as long and involved as Monday was. That's what really got it all out of whack. Calvin Ridley to 49. It just took a lot longer than I thought it would on Monday and didn't leave me time to get anything else done. Harrison Phillips. That is at least the second, maybe the third Harrison Phillips. We've pulled a lot of Harrison Phillips, it seems like. Josie Jewell, and this is our second one of those as well. And he even does just the J and the J like Juju Smith-Schuster does. And then it looks like it's the Steelers uniform. I mean, the parallels there are kind of crazy. I don't know if Panini this year is going to do their private signings series for basketball or not for the NBA Finals. They normally do it for the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals, but they didn't do the Super Bowl this year. So I don't know if they'll do the finals or not. And then they did a NASCAR one, which was kind of weird. To 25, Henderson. Auden Tate. And that is a 1 of 1. So how about that? We hit a 1 of 1 in Leaf Metal Draft tonight. We hit a 1 of 1 in Elite. And we hit a 1 of 1 in Flawless. So all three of our card breaks tonight had 1 of 1 hits in them. Pretty cool, huh? That one's W&W, so it doesn't have to go to random. I like nights like that, where we pull multiple 1 of 1s. This is Apple White to 25. And it was a T also, so if Stang Lover has the T and the V in both breaks, he's going to be like super happy. Matt Linehan to 10. We have got one box left. That was box 7 we just finished up, and box 8 coming out right now. Then, of course, after we look at what's in this last box, we still have a few things we'll have to divvy up using random.org. And after we do that, we will then recap our hits. There's another Louisville Cardinal with Alexander. We had the Lamar Jackson earlier. It wasn't a signature. It was just a numbered card. But then we do have a nice Alexander autograph. Another college ties, but this one is both to the S. Barry Schweitzer and Billy Sims. So we do not have to take that to random either, which is always a good thing. Kareem Hunt to 49. Dion Kane to 10. We've had several come out to 10 tonight. And then, of course, the nice 1 of 1 as well. But you know I'm wanting to find the Saquon Barkley. So maybe he'll be down here in the bottom part somewhere. That would be nice. James Washington to 99. Logan Woodside, that is number 230. Well, at least we have a Saquon Barkley die cut numbered to 99. So if nothing else, we at least have that. Here comes Vida. So our V's are going to hit again. That is Werfel and Woodson. Both go to the W, so no need, oh goodness, no need to set that aside either. Deion Kane tried to get away from me there, but fortunately landed mostly on my arm. Does not seem to be any worse for the wear there from his escape attempt. Vince Young to 99. Billy Price. And that is it as far as looking at our cards. Now we still have some stuff to take care of, but that's the last of what we had to look at. So first up, we're going to take a look at college ties. And basically what I will do with these college ties cards, we'll take another little quick flip through them here, is I will enter top and bottom of the card. Top of the card, bottom of the card. And then whichever one random comes up with, that's how that will be distributed. So it'll be the same format that we did our other random with earlier, in that it will go 3 times. The first 2 won't count. It is only the third random that counts and will tell us where our card is going to go. So this is top of card and then bottom of card. So first one, ignore it. The second one, ignore it. Here's our third and final. There you'll see our 3 times, our date and time stamp, and it came up with the bottom of the card. So I'm going to put one of these in a sleeve so that I can circle the bottom position, which will serve as my reminder, and I marked on my map, serve as my reminder how it was awarded using random. So that one will go to Josh Rosen, so it'll go to the R. So will that. Calvin Ridley goes to the R. That one will go Ricky Williams for the W. Rosen, Geis, and Washington. So that's how our college ties cards have been awarded. Now for this, we'll do front of the card and back of the card. What is going to be considered the front of the card is the nice shiny side. The back of the card is the flat card, you know, not shiny. And then obviously all of our logos and things on the back there as well. So that way we know which is the front and which is the back. And we will do the same thing. We will use random. And in this case, of course, I'll type in front of the card, back of the card. And we'll hit random 3 times. First 2 won't count. Third will tell us where it's going to go. All right, here goes the first one. The second, this is the one that counts, the third and final right there. So there's our 3 times, our date and time stamp. It comes up as the front of the card. So let's, once again, that's in a sleeve. So I'm not, of course, I'm not circling on your actual trading card. So it will go to Ricky Williams, Charles White, Billy Sims, and Billy Sims. That's how those are awarded. And finally, it's time to recap. We'll just flip back through everything that we hit tonight. And, you know, if ever you're not, if you're in a break and you don't have a chance to watch it live, which happens to all of us somewhere along the way, you know, if it's one of mine, you can always fast forward and get to the end of the break, I will always recap the hits. So, a little helpful hint there. I'm sure you probably knew that, but most breakers, I think, recap it. Maybe not all, but I think most do. And, of course, the uploaded version, I usually upload it about towards the end of the workday on Monday is usually when I have time to do it. Occasionally it goes a little earlier. Occasionally it might go a little later, but it's always within 24 hours, barring any strange circumstances like internet problems or anything like that. But of course, in the interim, there is the YouTube version. They always archive version. The only difference in what I upload and what YouTube archives is that I add the tags and the titles. So there's our pretty little one of one, Auden Tate. Of course, I guess if you're watching it live right now, you don't really need to know about how the upload works because you've already watched it, right? So that was kind of stupid, I guess. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't think things through entirely. It just seemed like a good thing to mention, that's all. Maybe it'll help somebody who's watching it later on the recorded version. I don't know. So that is all that we have for tonight. I will put up the spreadsheet, shipping information and stuff again real quickly here in case someone logged in late, joined us and didn't see it at the beginning. So here is that information again. And as always, if I can get it out to you sooner than the listed time, I will. And occasionally it might fall a day later than what I anticipate. That's why it always says plus or minus a day right there. But I try very hard to get it out on the day I anticipate. And oftentimes it's earlier. Very occasionally it might be later. And then finally another quick little run through here of what we're opening for the rest of the week. Well, over the course of the next 5 days, which in this case is the rest of the week. And, of course, remember, Diamond Kings Baseball comes out tomorrow. We're going to bust a full 12-box inner case. So that ought to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Diamond Kings is usually a fun product to open. So that is it for me tonight. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you once again joining me, bidding and breaking and chatting. And until I see you next, have a good one. Bye-bye.